The question of object identity in animation is one of essential concern to research scholarship. Dan Torek, in a recent book, suggests and further mentions Whitehead's concept that sometimes people are able to understand the movement of things better when people separate the situation from the move. In the past decade, many stop-motion animation researchers have focused on processing puppet and materials. It remains unclear when the adopted materials may have different meanings in itself. Why audience locate a character's image into the identity that the animator wants them to see? The purpose of this study argued for a similar distinction inside the image. Via the effect of pareidolia using several examples, such research shows that identity can be reanimated through material interaction within the stop-motion production. In 2011, Buchan noticed that animation techniques could influence people in a personal, private, and incommunicable way, especially the stop-motion form, because it involved the unexpected movement of real items which generally don't move. In my previous work, Pumpkin Jack animation, the tactile materials such as the colorful furry cotton balls act as the boiling water in this animation. The shapes are many similar circle images. I surprisingly found that the audience believed that it represents the liquid, while they also are aware the original object is the cotton ball. The looks and texture are very different from water. However, the performance took enormous steps to identifying the objects in animation. Research of Dan Torek in 2017 also supports this thinking. Dan Torek claimed that in the film Fantastic Mr. Fox, the main character said to his wife, "You are growing." Then immediately, the puppet form was replaced by a plastic mold with an internal light bulb. The change may not alter the identity of a character, but still, it will change the way the audience read it. Exchanging texture can bring the audience a strange sense in the virtual and mental way. Another great example is the animation of pets. Their skill plays well as it has a lot of different materials to express the feeling which can be based on the stop-motion form. An example is Salvador Dali's work, The Three Sphinxes of Bikini in 1947. It represents a landscape with a hallucinatory look of a bust of the figure. Also the image recalling an atomic explosion. Schmidt claimed that Giuseppe Arcimboldo was not the first to come up with the composite concept. However, he has perfected the technique and used it, such as an imaginative portrait head made of objects being fruit, vegetables, flowers, fish, and books. In Svankmeyer's stop-motion animation, Dimension of Dialogue, which pays overt homage to Arcimboldo, pareidolia helps the works change the meaning of the object and the way that people read them. However, in Svankmeyer's work, this function, pareidolia, makes the image of walking person stronger with the extra motion. In this example, people can read the object's tactile and image of pareidolia separately because of the stop-motion production to stress out two different ideas. While the move also helps the audience understand the identity of characters by walking motion and individual movement of each item. The finding will show that this concept can help each other to build up an image of a character, but also they will change their identity in some way. One explanation to show the composition of this concept is the fish bypass, the several plastic rubbish with texture to set up a shape of fish look with the expression of fish jumping motion. Plastic pieces of rubbish as the original identity until it's merged becoming a shape of fish. The fish pareidolia is the second identity. The motion of a fish jumping stress on this idea to make the fish image more alive in the stop-motion film. In the film, the identity changed once and be stressed once. This study was limited by not enough examples to present the idea of final concept. It may have more possibility in identity changing with tactile pareidolia using in stop-motion move. Pareidolia is the basic part of bringing the audience into the character because it depends on the image and the memories of people. Exaggerating some texture survey can support the expression and history of an item, and a different texture using can explode the entertainment of seeing. The movement has a big entertainment in stop motion when it was presenting and performing a different meaning of object to the audience. It also helps to exaggerate the character and make the audience believe in the intent of character. This concept can help each other to build up an image, but also they may change each other's identity in some way.